my vlog. This is AQ speaking. Welcome you to AQ Cultures. Today we're gonna be starting our vlogs. As we're gonna be talking about the main idea of this vlog. The main idea is about talking about my cultures and all the different experiences I passed by in my life, starting from being born in Saudi Arabia, growing up in Saudi Arabia, and passing by the Mediterranean to Turkey, doing my bachelor's, and right now doing an exchange in Western Europe, exactly in Belgium, Kortrijk, as you all know. As I'm gonna be showing you some differences and how the beauty of being different and having a different background from other people, which is a bit mixed because like a lot of people have different backgrounds, but it's a bit like compared to like people from Europe, mixed with people from Europe, but passing by different cultures, like coming from the Middle East, like Saudi Arabia, a bit different from here, to Turkey, a bit different to here. I'm gonna be showing you how different is it and how the beauty of mixing cultures and diversity. So as we're starting, I'm gonna start by the city size and the population and like the whole atmosphere difference between all the three backgrounds and like all the three countries, as it's really one of my culture shocks actually coming in my childhood city Al Kubar. It's like a medium city size, not a lot of people, not very less, not very much. So I think rush hour was really very not very intense, but a bit like in a medium. But coming to Istanbul, Turkey, a country of about 20 million inhabitants, which is kind of crazy when you compare to here. I mean, passing by in Turkey, like just going to work, it would take people like hours, like literally an hour or 2 hours, just like in the same city, which is completely insane. I mean, and a lot of people are just, for example, living in the European side and be going to the Asian side just for work or for studies or education, which is really interesting. Like just imagine going to a different continent. Like some people go to different countries, for example, like France and Belgium, Switzerland, Germany, but going to a different continent is just something huge. And it's pretty messy and just crowded and chaotic and just feel like it's amazing. I like traffic. I just a lot of people. I like functioning a lot and everything working, just so loud. I like the crowd and traffic. And coming here, I mean, just going to school here, I mean, it's like really far from my dorm, so it would take like 20 minutes easy. But it's so calm. It's just so peaceful and so calm. It would be only me, and literally I never felt any rush hour here. Probably there's nothing called as rush hour in such a small city. It's really beautiful and cute and calm. I mean, compared to Turkey, it's just a real culture shock. I mean, I don't know if this is a culture. This is not a culture shock. This is most like a city shock. Some people would call it a culture shock, but when you compare size of city, I mean, it has nothing to do with culture. It's mostly like a city shock. It was coming really to the second point, which is kind of related to the first point, as I'm gonna be talking about transportation and the difference of transporting from place to place, traveling inside the city, and like three different types of cities, like Al Khobar, which is like a medium city, and here Kortrijk, or such a really small city, and Istanbul, which is really huge. Starting with Al Khobar, I grew up just traveling and transporting with car just everywhere. Even if we would just go to like one kilometer or something, we would just go by car, which is yeah, kind of it's kind of like the society mindset of just being in cars all the time. Literally everyone would have their car. I grew up just using my father's car and just going to school with my father's car. Moving to Istanbul was kind of difficult and strange. I had to give up on cars, and so I started using the public transportation in such a huge city, going from side to side to side. Literally, I would go like from Europe, Asia, Asia, Europe, Europe, Asia, and just like school, home, home, school, and just taking like the metro, subways, trains, metrobus, bus, shuttle bus, and just that's literally Istanbul. It would just take you 2 to 3 hours just in a bus, just like traffic. Yeah, it's Istanbul. It's just crazy. And coming to this really cute city, Kortrijk. I mean, I think not a lot of you would be surprised, but yeah, it's a bike. Well, it's kind of it's nice actually. It's I think it's good for the environment. It's good for our health. We do daily sports, which is really good. But it's really strange that in our childhood it was just like a hobby, just going for a bike tour with friends, and it would be just like going around. And now it's my literal way of transportation, going to school and going everywhere just with bike, which is really cool. I'm really in shock. I mean, it just really amazes me how just traveling from place to place with just a bike. Yes, to the third point, and this is the best point. I mean, this is the real struggle. It's food. Food, yeah, it's food. Ah, Belgium. Coming from Turkey, I mean, the kebab, the doner, the just like every kind of food, just walking on the street, just you would just feel full just from the smell, literally. So yeah, starting from Saudi Arabia, I grew up just to Arabic food, just like makluba, mansaf, and lukia, and just my mother cooking for me, and that's it. That would be literally my life. And I think it was just a really easy life with food. And yeah, I think I wasn't appreciating that I was having a really good food. Really easy access to food, which was really good. I wasn't appreciating that. Going to Turkey, just like Istanbul, the city of food, just literally walking on the street, you would just have corn, you would have kastane, you would have besimit, which is like bagel. And if you want to have food, you would like kebab and just meat everywhere, and chicken, which is not the best choice for vegans or vegetarians, but for me it's just, I'm just a meat lover. I'm sorry, it's just insane there, the amount of meat and chicken and these things and fish, and just insane. Just my favorite food, really. Just Turkey is the best in food. Yeah. And coming to Belgium, yeah, you heard it right. Belgium. Yeah, waffles and chocolates. It's amazing, I know, but I need meat. Really, just real meat and chicken, and I wouldn't. It's really hard. Like walking around here, you wouldn't know if it's a restaurant or not. It's a restaurant or a bar or just like a pub. Like for real. Like I don't get. Like it's really hard getting nutrited here. Like yeah, I mean waffles and chocolate. It's amazing. That's just Belgium. Waffles and chocolate and fries. Other than that, for now I can't recommend other types of food. And I would like to add a small part is it could be really interesting for a lot of people. It's related to food. Being a Muslim, coming from Muslim countries, it was pretty hard finding good halal options, for example, at the first week. So I was just like vegetarian, like for real, just vegetarian. I mean, it's really hard finding. It's still hard, but like as time passes, you would know like where the halal restaurants or bakeries or like, yeah. At first, it's really hard, and every time I'm ordering food, I would have to ask if they're using pork in it. And yeah, once I had it by accident in Buddha Kitchen, and yeah, I tried pork by mistake, and they were really nice because they gave me a refill for free because it was their bad. And yeah, it's really hard for us. But yeah, we're good. I'm adapting. I think I adapted. Yeah. So yes, everybody, I hope you liked my experiences and talking about my cultures and experiences. A lot more to follow. Comment, like, share, and subscribe, and all this amazing stuff. And keep following us. See you.